Hello everyone. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. I'm just returning home from holidays today, so I am just a little behind the eight ball here. And also very uncomfortable from a long drive, so bear with me. But here I am. It has been a while. I have been away, so you can expect lots of videos this weekend. All right, so just a reminder, here is, hi Lynn, August postcode. So we have roughly a week, hey Teresa, left on this code. So what I wanted to show you today is markers. So if you follow me on Facebook, which presumably you do because you are watching me now, or if you visited my blog, or if you get my emails, you know that I have put out a deal for markers. So this is my mini Marvelous markers. Keep in mind it looks slightly different now because I have the old color family. So many of these colors are retired. But this is what it used to look like. The case is still the same. This is what you get if you purchase the markers. You can carry it, lovely handle, and there's a spot for all your markers. So nowadays it comes with 38 markers. So you have 3 color families of 10, 1 color family of 8, and then there is room for the in-color markers each year. So I'm actually almost considering doing my marker share because many of these colors in here don't exist anymore, and some of the colors that do exist I don't have. So I'm going to show you why I love markers and why I think that you should participate in this marker share. And yeah, we'll go from there. I'm also going to do this utilizing some of the new stamp sets that will be in next week's holiday catalog. So hopefully you have got, if you're one of my customers, you've either gotten it in the mail or hopefully you have gotten it from me. And if you haven't and you want one, let me know and we can make that happen. All right, so let's do it. So there are several reasons why I love markers, and I'm going to show you all of them. So I'm not sure, I feel like I've showed this when I unveiled my pre-order. So this stamp set is half full, and I liked it because it wasn't just Christmas. I liked it because it was wine, and this is great for making tags to then put on wine to give as gifts or hostess. So there are a few you can see that are Christmas themed, and there are just some that are just wine ones. So let's stamp a couple of these and just show you what I love about markers. There are so many things. So let's hop to it. I get my black because I'm going to use my Memento because my basic black is packed away because I took it with me on my vacation. So we can do several things. So this one I am just actually going to stamp in my Memento. There we go. All right, let's get a piece of cardstock here. So what we can do here with our markers then is take out our Perfect Plum. So all the markers have a thick end and a thin end. So there are many ways to figure that out. 1, by the photo. 2, by the line. Trust me, it has taken me years to figure that out. So the thick line is the thick end, yay! And the thin line is the thin end. So that allows us to write with the markers as well as color. So we can then color in our grapes. I love these markers. They're super easy to use. And I almost never use the thin end. but there we go. Like nobody's business. And then, you know what? I'm not going to use garden green. I'm going to use Old Olive to color in our, see, even though I know that it is right there, I still opened up the wrong end. The other beauty about this is the tip can fit on either end. And then color in our Old Olive. So, number one use for markers is just coloring in the image. What's the difference between the two blacks? Yes, wine is good, I agree. You need to use the basic black is the archival ink. So if you're gonna watercolor with it, or if you are going to scrapbook with it, you need to use the archival. Because it won't, at least with the watercoloring, it won't run when you add the water. Okay, I don't know where that marker went. We'll find it after. But with this memento, you can use the markers, but you wouldn't want to watercolor or use the watercolor pencils high-end with the memento. Okay, I will find that lid after. So that is our first way to use the markers, just to color it in, all right? So we could also have done that with the wine glasses, and I could have colored in the wine. That was my original plan. Now, another thing we can do with the markers, and I'm going to show you that on this stamp set, Wishes All Aglow. I'm super excited about this one. We can get more than one color on the same image without having to ink it with a stamp pad and try not to get it somewhere else and then clean it off and go back. So I'm just trying to decide what colors I want. So you can see over the years I have acquired, so these are all actual colors now. So some of these were when I bought in color markers. Some I won as prizes. Some, every once in a while you can just buy a couple of markers. I know right now in the holiday catalog you can buy, I believe it's this combo, Garden Green and Cherry Cobbler. If it's not Cherry Cobbler, then it is Real Red. So that is the black marker. I want the gray marker. And let's see, what else do I want? Decisions. I would like to use, well, let's use cherry. Let's use gray. Maybe let's use black. And then let's use I kind of want a yellow color. Oh, well, let's use curry because I don't have daffodil as a marker. Okay, so you can see that now I am going to be able to put 4 different colors on this stamp, which you would not be able to do without the markers, at least not as quickly as you're going to see me do it. So what I'm going to do, I want the edge of the lights to be in the yellow. So you literally just color on the stamp. And it takes up the marker really nicely, especially these red rubber. They take it up the nicest, I think. Not to say that you can't use it on the photopolymer. You can. And I will show you that as well. But I do find you get the best image when you do it on the clear stamp, which is what they call these, right? You have to be careful. You can see I've kind of run my ink there because I'm doing this quickly and at an odd angle. So excuse that, please, but I can also just color over it. And then I'm going to do this in black. And I might not necessarily do 4 colors, but I'm basically just trying to showcase to you why you want to get in on this marker share, because it's awesome. And then I'm going to do, do you see how every time I am pulling off the wrong end of the marker? Even after I've shown you, it shows you which end is the thick end and the thin end. The problem is I don't actually look at the marker. I just pull the lid off and then it's always the wrong end. Never fails. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now is a super scientific trick, because you might be thinking, well, is that yellow still going to show up because the crushed curry, pardon me, because you markered it so long ago. So what you do, super scientific, you huff on the stamp. So I can't really huff on the screen, but basically you just breathe on it like you'd fog up your glasses, and it essentially, you know, fogs it up again. I don't like how that's gotten light, but I think it actually was still there. Yep, super awesome. Voila. So you can see, I really like that actually. We have 4 different colors. So we have our light bulb in the crushed curry. We have our ho 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 in the cherry cobbler. I used the gray, basic gray, for the tops of the light bulb, and then I used the black. So we could have used green. We could have done our ho ho hos all in different colors for that matter. We could have done our light bulbs each in different colors as if they were Christmas lights. So 1 red, 1 green, 1 yellow or something. That might be actually quite cute. So just an example. And so even if you thought that was going to dry, you saw that I just huffed on it and boom, we have this image in multiple colors. So 2 ways to use the marker. You can color in an image, or you can use the marker instead of a stamp pad in order to get multiple colors on a single stamp. Okay? I'm telling you, this is where it's at. But I am going to show you on a clear stamp. None of these new stamps that I bought are, pardon me, photopolymer. So let me find one that is so that I can show you. All right, here we go. I can show you on this one. This is our Merry Cafe. So for anyone who has Coffee Cafe, this is the holiday version. So you can see some things that aren't even holiday, and then you've got some Christmas, you've got Halloween, Happy New Year, just autumn. So super cute set. So this is our photopolymer, okay? So I will show you the markers on this. Like I said, I think it works best on the clear ones, but it is not to say that it does not work on these ones. I just find you don't always necessarily get as crisp of an image. So let's see, anyone have any requests for what we should stamp here? Maybe let's just do Hello Fall. It's pumpkin latte season. I don't even like pumpkin lattes. Do you guys like pumpkin lattes? I think a lot of people do. I do not. I have troubles with some of those flavorings. They taste a little fake to me. Hello, Janice. My sister-in-law has just joined us. Okay, so Hello Fall. Let's do that in something fun. Let's do, just for fun, we're going to do Calypso Coral and Rich Razzleberry. So you'll just see that I'm going to do Hello Fall in, and I'll be honest actually, so this is actually looking not bad. So I think maybe as time has progressed, they've made these photopolymer stamps a little bit more marker friendly. But I found when they first started doing them that I didn't love as much how the markers went. But, so you can see obviously on the photopolymer, it's easy to tell where you've already colored, which, hi Lynn, you couldn't maybe see as clearly when I did it on the rubber stamp. Okay, I'm still gonna huff on this. I don't think we need to. It was way quicker, but I will huff on it anyway. And voila, hello fall. It's pumpkin latte season. And we've got that in 2 colors, which I think actually, I like those 2 colors together. I also really like Calypso Coral with the fig. It's just my in-color markers are packed away, so that's why I didn't do that color combo. So the only thing sometimes I find with, no, it would have done that anyway. That's the way the font is. Sometimes it can get seem thick if your marker kind of gets on too much, but I find it can do that sometimes with ink too as well. So there you go. So for those of you who are just joining in, just a reminder. So here we just colored with our markers on our image that we had already stamped. Here we used our markers to color in our stamp in multiple colors to get this effect without having to clean and re-ink and clean and re-ink and clean and re-ink. So there it is. My reasons why I think everyone should own the markers. So just a reminder, the marker share. So in order for you to get all of the markers, you would commit to the share and it would go over 4 months. So you would pay $45 a month by e-transfer to me for 4 months. As soon as I have 4 people signed up, we would start. And then on a predetermined day each month, you would pay. And then I would place the order. So each month you would get one of the families of markers. So you would get your 10 markers or your 8, depending which month it was and which family you were getting. And one of the months you would get the case, because eventually I would end up with 4 cases, because each month I would be ordering an entire set of markers. And then on the 4th month, I would draw between the 4 of you who had signed up for the marker share for a free Hostess stamp set. So it's a great way to get all of the markers, and honestly, I love markers. Before I became a demonstrator, it was more important to me to buy the markers in a color than it was to have the stamp pads, because I felt that I could always color in an entire stamp if I wanted it to be that color. And then I also had the option to have multiple colors. But if I had this ink pad versus the markers, then I only had the option to have my entire image be the one color. So I was about markers, and that is why I ended up with the markers before I ended up with many of my stamp sets. All right, so there it is. There is the markers and my marker share. Any questions, please send me a message. The only other thing I wanted to remind you about tonight is the paper pumpkin deal, okay? So here is August's cards that I had made. And I just wanted to show you, for any of you out there who have young kids or you have grandkids or someone that maybe you would do this with, you want to give it to someone as a gift. This is the version, okay? So here's what the instructions said, and this is the version that my 6-year-old made without any help from me. I showed him the picture. He chose what he wanted to do. He stamped the extra bits. He put the stickers on all by himself. All right, so these kits are amazing. The August kit was a giftable kit, so it came with this amazing little card box. And then this ribbon to tie around the outside. You always get your ink spot, and it comes with a tag so that you can make these cards and then give them as a gift. So if you sign up for that September promo, which you get it half off for the month of September, you would then have access to past kits, and you could order this August kit for yourself. If you like this August kit, then you can also just order it through me. And then the only thing you don't end up with is the stamp set. So you would need me to stamp this for you. But just a reminder that that paper pumpkin promo is going on until September the 10th. All right. So there it is for tonight, folks. Markers. And as promised, I will be back. I will try to come back twice a day for Saturday and Sunday. I'm also off work all of next week, so I will try to put out videos every day, getting people excited about September 1st. So if you have the catalog already and you've got your wish list going, I will definitely have a local order going in. So if you want to save on shipping, you can do that. You can send me your orders ahead of time. I'm glad it was informative, Lynn. Thank you for joining me. And that's it for tonight, all right? So go enjoy the rest of your Friday. and I will see you tomorrow. Good night, everyone.